Yeah, here we are again. Here we are again. Welcome, everybody, to the Big Time Show podcast that is here. Are you excited? Are you ready? Y'all won't clap for me, so I get. That's how I roll. What's going on, everybody? Listen, I had a real short intro tonight. Trying something just a little bit different. I asked that you guys would share because that's what I'm doing. If you don't mind, help your boy out before we get started. If you don't mind, why don't you share this with your people, and we'll get on to some Cowboy news and Cowboy speculation and Cowboy dreams and Cowboy fantasies, because reality ain't looking too good. So I know somebody want to laugh at me already. This is where my boys got me right now. So I have to come up with some content, almost like saying, what if, and could it be, and all this type of stuff. That's what we're going with tonight. But it really is a fan perspective type show again, because what I'm talking about will involve you guys. And so if you don't mind, I'll need you to put your general manager hats on tonight. Put it on, and let's start thinking about what we need to do, because it's becoming obviously questionable to analyze Jerry Jones, Stephen Jones. I know some of y'all want to talk about what Jerry Jones had to say on today. I know you do. All I'm saying about Jerry today, because I'm tired of doing the same thing every year with him. It's plant seeding. He's trying to plant the seed for hope. That's what he's doing, and that's what Jerry Jones does well, because for many people, he fools them well enough that they can buy in on the hope. Let me get something going here. Y'all forgive me, but let me turn my little stuff on here, if you don't mind. Yeah, give me that. 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 Jerry, I just don't touch on it a little bit. I'm coming to the comments in just a second. I know some of you guys are saying something. And I want to say hello to everybody. In just a minute, I'm still sharing. That's the reason why I'm, I guess, taking my time here. Forgive me for my, I guess, non-attention to you. Hello, Coach. I see Coach is in the house. Tavis is in the house. I already see it. What's going on? I got my family is here. Coach is here. Tavis is here. I'm already. Michael Evans is here. Yeah. Leroy Jackson. Tracy. Tracy done popped in on me. What's up, Tracy? What's going on? Let me get to my people here. Miss Ty, yeah, I see you. Who else? Somebody popped in and popped out. Okay. Let me get over here and say hello before we get started. Blue City Empire Sport. Oh, man. Look. Marvin. What's up, Coach? I already said hello to you. I see Coach Dante is in the building. Mike is tuning in from Savannah, Georgia. Big Joe, what's up? Joe is from Italy, who is watching me right now. Blue City Empire Sports, trying to get me off sports, talking about Will Smith and Chris Rock. What do I think about it? Here's my word. It's unnecessary. How about that? I don't want to get into the details and all that kind of stuff, I understand Will, but on that type of stage or whatever else you want to call it, he's wrong. That's all I'm gonna say about that. This is not the soap opera podcast. I'm sorry, Blue City, but I'm not even gonna go there. All right, that's all I'm gonna say about that. In my opinion, it was unnecessary. How about that? That's all I'm gonna say about it. All right. First thing first, Jerry Jones. By now you've heard the interview, or what up, Coach? I see. By now you've seen the interview. You heard what Jerry had to say, or at least by now you have read what Jerry had to say. You heard all that. The usual off-season hype, all that kind of stuff. However, I was irritated with one thing he said. He was talking about the roster and feel like the roster is real stable and good. And I'm like, why are you doing this? And come on now. Just stop it. Because again, ladies and gentlemen, let's look at the scorecard. Let's look at the scorecard. Okay? Here's the scorecard. I don't care what y'all think of the people, all right? I'm strictly dealing with the bottom line. You lost your right tackle, starting right tackle. You lost your starting left guard. You lost your number one receiver. You lost arguably your third or fourth receiver. You lost one of your prize pass rushing guys. You lost you lost your kicker. I know many of you don't like Zerline. I'm just going with the bottom line. You lost your kicker. You lost your let me see. That's really the main ones. As Coach Marvin said, Coach Price, when you use your franchise tag on the tight end, and no doubt you're overpaying him, because I still believe they're gonna try to do a long-term contract with Schultz. it's just hard for me to believe that they're going to go into the season paying him $10+ million for a franchise tag. It's just hard for me to believe it, but we are talking about the Dallas Cowboys front office, so anything is possible. So let's get that right. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? You guys don't know him, but the CEO of the Spotlight Sports Network is in the building, Darian Hopkins. Appreciate you, brother, popping in on me. He's in here. I guess he's checking on, seeing what his brand is doing. For those that do not know, the Spotlight Sports Network is one of the homes for the Big Time Show podcast, along with Podbean, the original home of it. And I am there live there as well. And of course, y'all see me everywhere. So I appreciate Darian popping in on me. So here's the bottom line. When you lose all of that, starters, and please don't tell me about Connor Williams being sorry. I know that. Please don't tell me, that you're questioning Lyle Collins and, we don't like Greg Zerline that we lost. I get all that. I understand that. I'm just going with the bottom line. You lost a whole bunch of starters, impact players. Yes, impact players. They're starters, so they impact the game one way or the other. How about that? So we lost all of that, and Jerry Jones today had the nerve to say that our roster we're stable. No, it's not. You're filling holes right now. You're in a position. What's up, Gary? What's going on, brother? I see you in the house. We're filling in holes. We're not stable yet. We might be a little stable maybe after the draft or more stable. But as of right now, we're not stable. We haven't done anything to make the roster stable. We haven't done anything. We haven't. We filled in the gaps in some areas, but we're not stable. We're not. We still got question marks all over the place. I don't think that the right tackle position, let's just go with the scorecard. I believe the right tackle position is stable enough to say, okay, we know what we're gonna do there. We know that Terrence Steele is gonna start at right tackle. We know that. Okay, bam, there you go, bam. That's stable. You're heading into it. Okay, all right. Then we don't quite know, even though we figure. Okay, we know that Connor McGovern probably is, without a doubt, probably the replacement for Connor Williams. But Connor McGovern, if my memory serves me correctly, and I'm quite sure you will remember this, Connor Williams, they gave him the shot. He didn't play well, so much to the point that they put Connor Williams back in at left guard. That's not good. So I'm looking at that like, okay, we still need some work there. Okay, Joe, I'm saying I'm coming around the corner. I'm just looking at the scorecard right now. All right, Randy Gregory is I don't care what y'all say about it. I don't care about how much y'all say he smoked weed out. I don't care if he smoked 9 trees. He was different. Okay. Yeah, well, he didn't have but 5 or 6 sacks. Listen, he had a talent that you cannot teach. He had something there that you cannot teach. This dude was different. He has a different set of skills. All right. We signed back Dorrance Armstrong. Solid player. He's solid. I'm not knocking him. He just does not have that special, different type of talent as a pass rusher that Randy Gregory does have. I don't care what y'all say. So we just fill that in. So that position is yet to be desired, if you want me to say it like that. So you can't tell me that the roster is better or we're stable. No. We can't do that. We can't do that. We can't do that. Okay. You look around. I mean, tight end is there. Okay, Schultz is solid. No doubt. He's solid. I didn't say he was great. I didn't say he was a Pro Bowl tight end. I didn't say that. He's just a solid tight end player. Hey, Terry, I see my brother done popped in. Geechee, what's up? My brother's in the house. Now I got Tavis here, Geechee, Gary. Oh my God, we finna have fun tonight. We finna have some fun tonight. My brothers are in here now. I ought to yank them in and pull them on the show. That's what I ought to do. I'm lost by what Jerry said. I'm not lost. I expect it. We're not better, okay? We're not falling off the cliff, but we're not better. You lost Amari Cooper. I don't care what y'all say about Amari Cooper. Here's the bottom line. Whenever he lined up, he had 2 men watching him. Whether a safety was over the top or a linebacker was shading in. Pick your choice. Every play. There was not a play, not too many plays, except when they went zero blitz and all that kind of stuff. There were not too many plays that Amari Cooper saw single coverage. That's what you call a true number 1 receiver, a difference maker. That's what Amari Cooper was. Anytime one man demands that 2 men watch him, cover him, that opens up everything for everybody else. Amari Cooper is a loss. All I don't care. Well, he only had 60 some odd catches. He didn't even have 1,000 yards. Ladies and gentlemen, a number one is a number one. Amari Cooper is not a number two receiver. He's a number one receiver. You can't tell me your team is better or it's the same when you done lost your number one. You done lost, let me see, 1, 2, 3. You done lost 3 starters on offense. 3. Okay? And the replacement for him is CeeDee Lamb. Okay? Oh, well, CeeDee Lamb to me, maybe not to y'all, and everybody's justified, but to me, CeeDee Lamb is a wait and see project. Because we don't know what he's going to be like at number one. I don't know if teams are going to double team CeeDee Lamb yet. I don't know. I think they probably will, just to take away Dak's primary weapon. I mean, but I don't know. I don't know how he's going to do against number one corners. I don't know. You don't know either. I know what CeeDee can do against number 3 corners and number 2 corners. I know that. I do know that. I've seen that. But I don't know what he's going to do against number 1 corners. I don't know. I don't know about the chemistry yet between Dak and CeeDee on that level yet. I don't know that. Huh? I don't know. I don't know. I got to see it first. What's going on, Rakeem? I see you. Thanks for popping in on me. I don't know yet about CeeDee Lamb. I got a inkling of what I think he can do. I think I know, but you got to see it first. See, I know what Amari Cooper gonna bring, and Jerry. Yeah. Dax, thank you, GG. GG said, but quarterback 1 said CeeDee is a number 1. Okay. I have to see. Look, Dak got more experience with him. I get it, and it's wine and dine with him, and all that kind of stuff. Hey, I ain't seen it yet. Let me see it first, and then I'll be the first one to come on here and say, hey, CeeDee is living up to his billing. I'll say that. I gotta see it. I can't give credit to where credit ain't due. I mean, I can't give it yet. I can put it on Madden now. I mean, if y'all want to put it on Madden and let's just see and play that way, I can tell you about that. Xbox and all that kind of stuff. I can put him in as a number 1 on that, but I don't know. So it remained to be seen, and that's all I'm gonna say about Jerry, because Jerry is doing what Jerry Jones does. This is the time where all optimism for him runs in, goes to the upper level, and it just climbs because we even got to the draft yet. But for right now, Jerry knows he has to say a hope. Why? Because he is aware of ESPN talking about him. He is aware of Fox talking about him. He is most importantly, he is aware of what the fan base is saying. Oh, make no mistake about it. From West Coast to the East Coast, from North to the South, Jerry Jones, the PR department of the Dallas Cowboys, knows that primarily this fan base is ticked off. And let me raise my little hand that in Cowboy Nation, this is 1 of million. This hand here says that I'm a little ticked off. Because the reason why, and I'm gonna get into the content and let you guys pretty much take over from this point on. But I'm a little ticked off because it seemed to me that this team was maybe not a Super Bowl team, but they were a team that were at least minimum a playoff team. And with a couple of pieces, you can take this thing to the next level. That's why I was at the end of the year. I certainly didn't think that we would be subtracting like we have and be like, well, we're going to build through the draft. Will McClay is going to do another great job of drafting, and we're going to draft our way. And I'm like, good Lord. I mean, you're supposed to be, if you're trying to win now, and I think I've already established a while back by now, at least about for a month. I've been telling y'all, we rebuilding. We're not really trying to win, because the actions that we have taken this off season so far tells me now that we're really not trying to win. Because if you were, you would be, you'll know the moves. See, some teams that are really trying to win, and you can tell by the action. The Denver Broncos are trying to win. Yes, they are. They went and got Russell Wilson. They went and got Randy Gregory. They're trying to win. They are. The Buffalo Bills are trying to win. Argument could be made about Kansas City trying to win. The Chargers, the Los Angeles Chargers, are definitely trying to win. They putting all the chips in the middle of the table before training camp starts. You know what they trying to do. You can tell by the moves. The Miami Dolphins. Oh my God. The Miami Dolphins. They are trying to win. There's no question. They may not get out of the AFC, but what they're saying is, listen, we trying to get to the playoffs this year, minimum. That's what Miami doing. You don't have to question that. When you say the Dallas Cowboys, though, you say, oh, shit. They strictly trying to go to the draft. And after all these years, especially when you had the team that was in place last year, and when we lost to the 49ers, the team that we had, all you can figure is we just need a piece here and there, and let's buckle up and let's try to do this thing again. That's what I thought was gonna happen. Instead, we got the salary cap superhero, Brother Steven, whose only thing he's concerned about is making sure that he is a first-team ballot Hall of Famer for the salary cap. That's all he worried about. That's all he worried about. He will go down into the Hall of Fame as one of the best salary cap guys in history. I give him that. I'll give him that. I'll give him that. That's the only thing we're concerned about. So as Cowboy fans, that is what they're doing. I'm convinced that they're not going to do anything that the fan base is begging for, such as Bobby Wagner. Primarily, the nation wants Bobby Wagner. There's a report that came out and said he wants 1 year, probably right at $11 million. But Bobby Wagner, pretty much, there's also a report that says that the Cowboys are not trying to pay that type of money for that type of player. They want to pay a guy $6.5 million. You want to insult Bobby Wagner by saying, yeah, we want you. Yeah, we know you're great. We know you're a Hall of Famer. We know that you're all pro. We know that you're multiple time all pro. We know that you've been to Pro Bowls on top of Pro Bowls. We know who you are. We know you're great. We know that you would make our defense better. We understand that the idea of you and Michael Parsons and DeMarcus Lawrence and Trayvon Diggs and maybe Boss Fat and all, Boss Man Fat and Teron Curse. Man, this defense would be better. We know that. We know it. We appreciate you. We want to honor you, Mr. Wagner. We want to show you how much we want to bring you to Dallas. That's what we want to do. We want to get you there. But then they say, okay, how much y'all willing to pay me? Well, we want to offer you $6 million. Is that your final offer? Okay. We'll offer you $6.5 million. How about that? We don't want to win. Okay. So, before I get frustrated, yeah, he's the salary cap hero, Terry. He's the salary cap superhero. He is. He's the salary cap superhero. That's what Stephen Jones is. And Jerry just sitting back allowing this stuff to happen, which is another argument. But we ain't gonna talk about that because, I've done that on too many shows. Let's talk tonight about what's next. I need everybody. Let's clear it out. Let's clear your minds if you don't mind. Let's clear your mind. Y'all for to take over the show now. I'm really done, to be honest with you. We're going to do this the rest of this show together. For those that are here, I need your input. All right? You guys are going to take over for the rest of the show. I titled this show, What's Next? Considering where we are, not what you want it to be, not what you thinking what we going to do, not thinking I'm not dealing with that. I want to know based off what we have in place right now at this moment. Number one, let me start it off. Are we going to sign any more free agents? Quality free agents, I mean. I ain't talking about these guys that they gonna sign in a few more days that just came off somebody else practice squad and all that kind of stuff. Names you don't even know. Are we gonna sign, for instance, what's next? Are we gonna sign a Bobby Wagner, a Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu, impact player? Somebody's talking about T.Y. Hilton. I've heard that mess. A T.Y. Hilton. Are we going to sign? Man, well, let's go. How about this right here? How about this one? You guys comment off what I said, but how about this one? Are we comfortable with Connor McGovern at left guard? How about that one? Are we comfortable with Connor? Because see, we got a big time, big paid quarterback back there that has to be protected. Let's just go with that. Terrence Steele, now I ain't gonna ask about that because I know he's gonna be our right tackle. Forget that. Okay? Let's go with left guard. Let's just go with that. Are you guys comfortable with Connor McGovern? That's the first question at hand. And if you're not, I see you said it, Scott, I got one no. If you're not comfortable with Connor McGovern, let's take it a little deeper. If you're not, what is the solution? I'm waiting on y'all now. I'm not doing the call-in line quite yet, so please don't call yet. I want to read this and let's discuss this. If you're not comfortable, because okay, Gary says, my brother says he's comfortable in him at right guard. Right guard is Zach Martin, so we ain't talking about you. I probably believe you just talking about left guard. Oh, you're confident in him at right guard. You're saying, Gary, are you saying play him at right guard? I don't think you're saying that, but if you're saying that, then that must mean you want him at left guard. I don't know. Okay, you saying, Terry says no. Gary says we have to draft because we know they're not going to sign anyone. That's true. But are you comfortable? Okay, coach says, no, draft the guard. Yes, I'm saying that. Okay. All right. Draft the guard. Cade. Hey, Cade. Cade says we need another guard and draft Linderbaum. Everybody talking about him. You don't play him over Zach. No, that's what I was saying. I was saying left guard for McGovern, because I believe that's where he's probably going to be penciled in. That at least they'll say it's his job to lose. So I'm seeing a couple of people say draft the left guard. Let's take it deeper then. Joe said, I say sign a guard in free agency. I like that one. I need experience. But Jerry Steven not going to pay a big time guard, even though history says that in one position, the Cowboys do not mind paying linemen. As I told you on another show, they have no problem paying linemen. They'll do that. So I'm not going to dismiss and say they're not going to pay a name brand, a big name left guard. I think that you don't have time for experiment, which leads to this. Are you comfortable, for those that said, for those that believe that we should draft a guard, are you comfortable then with a rookie being a starter at left guard? And I guess that's really depending on who it is. I understand that. Somebody threw up Linderbaum, who everybody likes. I haven't really just studied him, so I really can't speak to that. But some of you guys have. I don't want to really focus in on him. I know Tavis. If Tavis is still on here, I know he knows something about it. My brother Gary may know something about him too. Give me your opinion on Linderbaum, if that is the case. But I ain't comfortable with a left guard rookie. I'm not. That's just me though. That's me. You may feel that way, and there's nothing wrong with saying that. You may be absolutely right. I'm just saying I don't know. Coach, let me see. Y'all flowing now. Gary says McGovern played well when Martin was out, so I think he spends all season learning left guard. He will be okay. Okay, I'm not gonna argue that. He's not trash now. Colin McGovern's not trash. He's just young, inexperienced, and the facts say that he didn't play well enough to lose his job back to Connor Williams. That's what the facts say. So I'm not saying he didn't improve. Okay, so it's nasty. Let me see. Coach Price says KC got a starting guard last year. Third, yes, I am. Okay. Third, okay. Rakeem says, yeah, Williams was that, Leary was that, so why we not gonna pay nobody, so why not? Gary, there's the answer I'm looking for. Gary says Linderbaum is probably the best offensive lineman in the draft. Close thing we will have to Travis Frederick. So if I'm not mistaken, he is a center. I don't know if he can play guard or whatever. Cade says Linderbaum is a beast at center, not guard. He looks like he could be a top center in the league. Well, if you draft him and you solely, locking him in at center, you still leave the part of guard. I mean, Tyler Badass, whatever you call him. I mean, what we gonna do with him? But straight to the bit. James Daniel Joe says from Chicago, is age 24, still a free agent guard. I don't know much about him, so I can't speak to him. But that's why I'm asking you guys. Coach said you don't draft linemen first or second to sit them play now. Amen to that, especially you draft them in the first round. Anywhere in the first round, they are projected to be almost day one starters. And according to the Cowboys, let's just go down the line. There's really only one spot, if you ask me, that's really open, and that's left guard. As long as Tyron Smith can walk, they're not going to sit him down. Zach Martin at right guard, that's locked. Terrence Steele at right tackle, that's a lock. And I believe Tyler is a lock at center. And I understand you guys say the dude would be an upgrade. Like Gary just said, he said he would be an immediate upgrade over Tyler. I'm not knocking it, but really, there's really only one spot that's open on the line, if you ask me. And it is Connor McGovern's job to lose, but as Coach Price just said, if you draft one, y'all give me just a second. All right, forgive me for that. My wife called. I had to answer that. All right. Well, she forgot I was on. Okay, but anyway, I think there's only one spot that's open, and that's left guard. That's me. Now, if you don't agree, that's fine. That's why we're talking right now. So primarily what I've seen here, the next move as far as the left guard position is, mostly everybody here is leaning toward the draft. Which leads to another question then. So at 24, that's where we're picking. Are we drafting? Are you really drafting O-line right there? Or let me sweeten the pot up a little bit. Or are we trying to strengthen our defense? Because the defense, to me, is going to be the strongest part of our team. And I know many of you are going to talk about best player available. I get that. Usually that's how it shake out a lot of times when you drafting that low. That's fine. But I just think that our defense got a chance to be close to a top 10 defense. That's me. So let's just throw out a few things. If you have, exactly, Gary, you're right. Depends on who's there. I agree. I believe that if Dean, I'm just throwing some names out, Dean is there. I mean, good. I mean, come on now. I see Rakeem talk throughout Jordan Davis. I don't think Jordan Davis will be there, but if he is there, it's a no-brainer. I'm trying to figure out a guy, an offensive guy who's projected to be that low that you'll take over a strong defensive player. I believe we need to make the defense super strong as possible, because I don't feel like our offense is going to score 30 points a game next year. At the same time, I'm not saying that the offense is going to score 15 points a game. I just don't think they're going to be as explosive. I think they're going to be a grinded out offense. That's what I think. And I don't think we're going to be that explosive. I think we still can score, but I don't think it's going to be that nasty. Gary, my other brother, Gary Bryan, is here. And that's a good one there. He says Kenyon Green, the offensive lineman there. Everybody's talking about him. That'll be a good one as well. Great pick. So, there's a lot of speculation there, but mostly everybody is saying here, the family is saying that the next move, what's next for the Cowboys as far as the left guard position goes, is to draft, not sign a free agent. Draft the guy. I just got a problem with rookies. Coach Price, I know you here, but I got a problem with a rookie starting. That's just me. Coach Price brings up a great point. He says O-line or linebacker, that's why Wagner is the key. Wagner signing could help our draft picking greatly, no doubt about it. You solve a lot of problems if you sign Bobby Wagner. You draft slightly different if you got him. You do. You draft totally different. Well, maybe not totally different, but you're not dying now. Keep in mind that Jabril Cox probably will be back. Neil probably won't be with us. Neil won't be with us. So we got linebacker to go. We got linebacker, and I'll get to that in a minute, but offensively, that really is the only spot, if you ask me, that is open. That's me. I don't see another opening that's worth really talking about. Now, there is a slight opening where you can improve on offense, and that is at the tight end position. See, I got a feeling this year that we are really going to be heavy this year. I got a feeling we're going to be really heavy on this 2 tight end set this year. I can see this. I actually believe that might be a real positive, to be honest with you. And that's real out. They signed, I believe we signed Sprinkle back. Y'all know he's a blocker. But if we could draft another tight end, we let Jarwin go. And we should have. He can't stay on the field. But what if we get a tight end? And I'm not saying we're drafting a tight end in the first round. I mean, no way. We ain't talking about that. I'm just saying if we get another tight end, we may be finally get a chance for them to give us what we've been asking for, and that is go ahead and give Pollard and Ezekiel Elliott the football. Huh? I believe that. I think that so a tight end is needed too. And if he's better than Schultz, then he's just better than Schultz. I mean, come on now. It won't be hard to beat Schultz athletically. Okay? Let's get that out the way. I'm not saying Schultz is trash by no means, but it won't be hard to have, be an athlete over Schultz, which means that becomes a threat. And Schultz is a threat. The truth be told, he really is. Blocking wise, well, y'all guys have said Schultz ain't really that great anyway. So what if a new kid come in and is better than Schultz at blocking? So he's more athletic, he's more of a threat, and he blocks better. But that becomes dangerous then if you put it in a 2 tight end set. That's the only other spot I feel like that is open, for competition. But then, Schultz will be starting. You paying him like it. So, I know that, but you can get another tight end there to become even more of a threat. So that's it on offense. Defensively, let's go here. Are you comfortable? Watch this. What's next? Here we go. Are you comfortable with Dorrance Armstrong being your other end starter, defensive end starter? Are you comfortable? I'm only picking on spots that I know that is going to be some competition, at least in my mind. Are you comfortable with Dorrance Armstrong being the starter? If not, what's next? And I know pretty much everybody going to talk about drafting, okay? But are they good enough? Are they better than Dorrance Armstrong? That kid at Ole Miss is nasty. Dante Fowler's there, okay? So you're going to have Fowler and DeMarcus Lawrence probably. The battle is between Armstrong and Fowler as of now. But if you go get one of these young kids, a pass rush like that kid from Ole Miss who Coach Quinn went down there and worked out himself and all that kind of stuff, and they say he's a freak. Well, Kane said it's Armstrong the starter. I don't think he's the starter. I believe you going. I think Fowler would start it off. Coach, I ain't ignoring you because I see what you're saying. And Coach is 100% right. Y'all see his comment there. See? That right there, that one signing, y'all. Please don't underestimate what signing a guy like Wagner would do. I'm 100%, and mostly everybody will agree with what Coach is saying here. And if you don't, I don't see why not. Bobby Wagner, his experience, his knowledge of the game, and he still got stuff in the tank. If you get him there, you think Michael Parsons was dangerous last year. Oh my God. You really get to see the beast unleashed. If you get Bobby Wagner there, where he can play on third down, and Bobby Wagner can play every down. You get a guy that can play right there in the middle, and you put Parsons down there on the edge on third down. Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm trying to get y'all to see this thing. Cowboys ain't doing it, but some things that are just so obvious. Yeah, I saw it, Joe. That, we talked about that. We talked about that. Where he says he want to play for 1 year, $11 million. Now, a lot of teams be like, oh my God, that's a steal. If you ask me, Bobby Wagner trying to make it easy for the Cowboys. The Cowboys talking about, and I don't know if that's 100% true or not, but 6.5. Look, you got that. Pay that. I believe Bobby want to play with Dan Quinn. I do. I believe it. I wish they would pay it. I wish they would. It would solve so many problems. You bring that type of experience to your locker room. That type of experience to a defense. Jaron Kearse could just go play football after that. Because Bobby Wagner would be the signal caller. You will want Bobby Wagner as your signal caller on defense. You can let Kearse just go ahead and play. That's one thing a Bobby Wagner bring to the team. Kearse can just go ahead and play. Y'all think he was great last year. Kearse was, and he was calling defense. He was setting people up, and he played great. Should have been a Pro Bowler last year. You get a Bobby Wagner there. Look at what can happen. Kearse can just play just free ball. Michael Parsons, the responsibilities that he has from being at the linebacker position, rushing up the middle, he becomes a true chess player, a queen on a chessboard, for real. You get a Bobby Wagner there. You do. I don't understand why. I just don't get it. Kay says, who is backing up D-Law on the other side, though? Where if you remember, the Cowboys still have, Armstrong can go from either spot. Dante Fowler can go rush from either side as well. So that'll be interchangeable. No doubt about that. And I got a feeling we're going to get another pass rusher in, so I'm quite sure they'll be here. Is Basham still with us? I'm sorry if I'm not prepared to, I'm letting y'all talk. I think that Basham is still with us. I think he is. Terrell Basham. I think he is. Somebody help me. I may be wrong on that. Is Basham still with us? I ain't got my stuff right here, so I really can't answer that. I think Basham is still with us. And if he is, as your other pass rusher. He's there. Uh-huh. Coach Price, coach is pushing this. Coach is pushing this thing. Y'all look out. The coach is pushing this thing. Coach says Cowboys, that would be $6 million for linebacker and $5 million for Parsons more. The end, that's $11 million. I like coach's math right now. I like it. I'm feeling it. I just don't know why they won't go ahead and make the move. It's amazing to me why they're not making that move. It's an obvious. Hey, Ron, what's up, Ron? Ron Strickland's here, another Cowboy fan. Listen, I don't know what's the holdup. Sign the guy, unless you're really not trying to win. See, we got to throw that in. We got to. You know, if you dedicate to saying we want to make this team young and strong and we're going to try to get as much as we can out of these guys while they're under their rookie contract, and we're just going to see if we can find some diamonds in the rough with the guys that we draft. Now, if that's your approach, then you can throw this Bobby Wagner fantasy out of the door. You just don't throw that out. It ain't going to happen. It ain't. If you're really trying to win. I'm just saying. And the way that the Cowboys are moving, that seems like this is what it's going to be like. They just trying to draft, find a few diamonds in the rough. You get to use them for the next 3 to 5 years on their rookie contract. And when it's time to pay them, look out because you may not pay them. But you're going to try to get some Pro Bowls out of them. I think everything do that. I ain't going to say like it's just the Cowboys. It's just the Cowboys' way. They ain't paying for no help. I saw John Pierre Paul and all that kind of stuff. Look, you know, Paul probably wouldn't come here now because he done seen and can figure out that, you know, y'all got Fowler, y'all got Lawrence Armstrong, y'all got D-Law, y'all got Parsons that's gonna come off the edge too. You know, where the room is for me. See what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't know. I don't think JPP is gonna be in the equation. That's just me. I take him because he's a vet. He can play. He know the game. I take him. So we're there. So everybody's leaning toward. What I didn't see was that how you guys. I see how some of y'all doing it. So are we drafting another DN with the expectation that he's going to be a contributor? That's what I'm saying. Coach says Clowney would be a monster movie, no doubt about it. And Clowney won't be as expensive either. Davion Clowney, that'll be a real good pickup, no doubt about that. I like him. Love Clowney, actually. He's a problem when he want to be. Gary is pushing Pierre Paul to the table here. He said you can put JPP inside if you want to rush Parsons. He has done it before. You're absolutely right. He has done it. And he has been incredibly effective from rushing the inside too. I wouldn't knock that at all. So I got some guys that are in the chat box who are pushing to go get a vet at the end. I'm saying very few say about drafting a guy. I know we would, but most of you guys are at least right here in this chat box. You guys are leaning toward go get a vet in that area. Okay. I like it. Now, let's go here. Coach said you put a clown anywhere. Okay. I'm not knocking. I like the idea. Now, here's another question. What's next? Okay. Do you like Neville Gallimore? Do you like Tristan Hill? Do you like Bohanna? Because I just named, I know you like Osi. Okay, I just named our four defensive tackles. Are we drafting another defensive tackle with that 24th pick? Because see, I don't want just another guy. I don't want just another guy. You know what I'm saying? I don't want a rotational guy. I need a dominant guy now. That's a defensive tackle. That's what I want. So are we satisfied? Are we satisfied with Gallimore and let's just say Osi? Now Osi's too small, but Osi's a playmaker. Let's just go with Tristan Hill. Are we satisfied with Gallimore and Tristan Hill as our defensive tackles? Or are we drafting? Because we sure ain't signing no. Because see, you ain't spending no $4 million on no backup defensive tackle. So I'm not even finna throw up the option of a defensive tackle that's a backup or, a no-name guy. If you want to take it to the next level, you're going to go ahead and spend money on the defensive tackle. But we know we're not doing that, okay? So what are we doing? I see I see some coach. I think good coach said, "Yeah, we good at tackle." So are we comfortable with them 4 defensive tackles, or do we need to really go get somebody such as Jordan Davis from Georgia? Are we really trying to get him? I mean, I don't know if he's gonna be there. I'm just saying, a guy like him, do we want him? Do we need him? Because if you get somebody like that, then I know we're gonna be on rotation, but somebody got to sit down. Because if you get a Jordan Davis or a Watt, like you say, if you get those guys, they are day one starters. Day one starters. Hey, Tulion. They're day one starters. So somebody got to sit down. King said, I'll trade up for him. I would too. If I can get him, I will trade up. If I know he's going to be there after my trade, I will go get him. JD, what's going on? I see you popped in here. JD Corsi, what's going on? So I'm not saying too much. No, we're not drafting. Coach said we're not drafting another defensive tackle. I got guys saying, yeah. Coach Price, if you're there, if Jordan Davis is available, let's just say we're drafting at 24. Let's say he's still there at 22. Are you trading up to go get him? Forget, I'm not waiting to 24. If he's there at 22 or, 23, Coach says no. Wow. All right, let me see where you at, Coach. If he is there at 24, are you drafting Jordan Davis? I hate to do a one-on-one with Coach Price here, but I just want to see where he at. If Jordan Davis, okay, there it is. So Coach is saying that even if he is there at 24, you're not taking him. What's going on, JD? I see you. Okay. So that means that when you if coach is saying that, and I'm quite sure some of you feel the same way. Some of you are satisfied, at least coach is satisfied with our 4 defensive tackles that we have now. That's really what that's essentially that's what they're saying. Mo Terry says move up and get them. Gary said if Watt is there, you try to trade Hill. Coach said I like all of our D tackles. Okay. I believe the Cowboys like them too. I believe that they like him too. I do. I believe they like Tristan Hill. I know they love Gallimore. I know they love Olsen. And I think the only question mark is Bohanna so far. That's it. Jury's still out on Bohanna. Huh? We have this problem that we've had for the last 7 years, and that is we have this problem with people just running down our throat right up the middle. And we've been saying it for the last 5-6 years. We need a dog, a true dog that can plug it up the middle to stop getting ran on the way we do. We say this every offseason. The reason why that it didn't work out as bad last year is because we were blowing everybody out that we end up forcing them to pass the football a whole lot because we were scoring. You know. But when we was in tight games, we got exposed. The Denver game showed us that, if y'all remember. They just ran it down our throat. The Oakland game, they ran it down our throats. You know, I'm just saying, a lot of games we scored a whole lot of points. We took away the running game. Took that away. That's just opinion. All right. So we don't went from left end to defensive tackle. Let's go. Linebacker. We all know we want Bobby Wagner. But we don't get hype about things we don't have yet. So presently, right now, here's our linebacking core. LVE, Parsons, Luke Gifford. All right. You know, Jabril Cox. Okay. You figure Cox is going to come back. However, Cox primarily played on special teams last year. So really, if you put him in as a linebacker, it's really like putting a rookie linebacker in. Are you comfortable with the linebacking core that we have right now? Okay. And since we all know that is really the weak spot, if you want to say that, of the defense right now, what's next? Wagner is out there. He will solve a lot of problems. But let's just for a minute suppose Wagner's not in the equation. What is next? Are you leaning? Yeah, I forgot about that. Cade, you're absolutely right. Let me go back to defensive tackle. Cade, thank you, man. You're absolutely right. We got Watkins back too. Y'all remember? We just signed him, I think, last week. I like Watkins. He's solid. I like Watkins. Okay. So I'm sorry, I totally forgot about that. He's there. So based off that, Coach Price is starting to look right here because that's 5. And all those guys played last year. So I don't know. I don't know. I would love a Jordan Davis on this team, but they like those 5 guys. They like Watkins because they signed him. Okay. Hey, Pam, Bruce, how you doing, Miss Pam? Thanks for popping in. Thank you so much. Watkins is there. They re-signed him. Everybody else is there is a rookie and up. I mean, Gallimore's still on his rookie contract. They like those guys. So I don't know if they're going to add a Jordan Davis there, now that I think about it. I believe coach is right on this. Even though Jordan Davis would improve, I just don't think that that's there. Linebacker, what are y'all solutions on this? Because I mean, other than Wagner, who we got? Coach said Barr's there, Landon Barr. That's experience. That'll be a good one. That's a good fit, if you ask me. Okay, Kay said, you tell me right now, if Cox is good to go, then they would be trying to start him. For those that don't remember, Cox, of course, tore his ACL, and we haven't heard anything about where he is on his recovery. He should be ready at the beginning of the year, but again, we don't know. All right. I don't know where it is. Okay. So again, linebacker, even if Cox is ready and he does start, do you trust a rookie linebacker playing? We got, as of right now, we got two of our starters at linebacker. That's LVE and Michael Parsons. We do got two starters there. That's automatic. And we also know that LVE is injury prone. He is Sean Lee 2.0. And when you had the injury that he had, you really can't blame it. You knew it was going to happen because, a neck injury, he's had neck surgery. Once you have neck surgery, it's just, a slow downhill. It's going downhill. It really is. He's had surgery there. So Cox getting, not Cox, but LVE getting hurt, it is. But he, they re-signed him. They're going to get all they can out of him, but he just stays hurt. So on that note, you hate to speak it on somebody, but, let the track record speak for itself. If LVE missed games, okay, now look at the linebacking core. It gets worse. Huh? I see you, Gary. You on the Jordan Davis train too. I don't blame you. JD says, and I know you can't say, I don't know why. I'm on my personal page looking down at this. I don't know why the comments can't come into this one. I got to figure that out, but I'm looking at it, and JD says, I'm just going to read it to you guys. JD says they are going to, it's about the value. Wagner would be a great fit because he would be the true Mike at middle linebacker and let Parsons loose all over the field. JD is just saying exactly what I said a little bit earlier. He'll turn Parsons into a true queen piece on a chessboard, for real. Let me see what this. Kay says Cox was Jalen replacement last year. I think he was a big part of why Jalen was let go. I agree. But hey Freddie, I see you. Who that put that frown up? You don't like who frowning up on me over there? What's going on? What you don't like? Why you angry, Freddie? Freddie, why you angry? Cowboys will do that to you. I already know. But Cox, we got to find out what Cox is. We got to find out what Cox is with his body. We know he fast. We know he can hit you. We know that. No doubt about that. He fast. He can hit you. It's just that he'll be a rookie. Really, essentially a rookie starting there. That's the only thing I was saying. Teams, offensive coordinators take advantage of rookie linebackers and rookie cornerbacks. They're always messing with their eyes. It's just the truth. And that's a lot. But so most of you guys, I'm looking for something, but I haven't seen it yet. I'm looking for what you think is next. Do we need to? Yeah, no doubt. He can cover, yeah. That's that strong safety position that he played as well. So y'all, I guess what I'm looking at is, are y'all leaning toward Cox being the starter? I think that's what I'm seeing here. Because we're just trying to find some solutions. Or are we drafting and again trusting a rookie? Or are we still looking at the free agency that won't cost us so much? And Gary going with the draft, of course, he's talking about the Dean, the linebacker from Georgia, the first team All-American. I would love him. Oh, my God. Woo. He'll knock your head off. That's number one. He's physical. He will punish you. And he's smart. I would love to have Dean. Gary says, I'm good with Cox starting. But if Dean is there, you grab him. So we'll spend it on linebacker. In other words, what I'm saying is, at 24, most of y'all are saying, let's go ahead and strengthen this defense up. That's what I'm saying, which is what I want. All right, so that's the other weak spot. JD says, I would rather go into the draft going best player available, but because we haven't addressed our old line in free agency, if a player like Kenyon Green is there, I think you got to take him even over Burks or Davis or any other sexy picks, but I wouldn't be mad if he got one of them studs, but our old line has to be addressed. That's what JD says. Everybody has said that. And I believe that it will be addressed. I'm just not sure they're going to start it at pick 24. I don't see that. Coach said he would move up for Dean. You wouldn't move up for Jordan Davis, but you would move up for Dean. Okay. Joe says, I really don't know what Cox can do because he was hurt all last year. Facts. We know he can play special teams. That's what we know. I remember that play he made on the sideline, the linebacker, when the quarterback was trying to rush and get in from about the 3-yard line. He ran sideline, got there so fast, he kept him out the end zone. I remember that play that he made. So the speed is there. Other than that, that's all I know about him. I know what he did at LSU, but this is not the SEC. You ain't playing Vanderbilt. You ain't playing the SEC. The bottom guys, you ain't doing that. It's the NFL. So the jury's still out on Cox, if you ask me. Gary's still pushing. He's still pushing Jordan Davis. He just said, look, ain't no way I'm taking anybody over Dave. He stops the run. Coach says Dean may do the same for Parsons at deep defensive end. Guys like that, I can see that making it better. Ain't no wrong answer here. Let's get that straight. This is just showing your way of building the football team. Some want to do it through free agents, some want to do it in the draft, some value one position more than the other. It's no wrong answer here. I just want to see what y'all feel like next as the team is constructed as of right now, not fantasy land, as of right now. The weakest spot on this team, to me, not this team, but as far as the defensive thing, our defense is the linebacker position. We hurting now. We don't have nothing. Gary said he was playing right before they cut Jalen. He would sit up to get those snaps before he got hurt. Talking about Cox, of course. And I believe it was leaning that way. I believe Cox made Jalen Smith expendable because of what he was doing in practice They started putting him in games. They saw the speed from side to sideline, and they said, "Okay, we know now that Cox, we can work with this. Let's go ahead and get rid of Jalen because we're comfortable with Cox." And then then he got hurt. It changed everything. All right. Let's linebacker. All right, here's another one, and this may be. I think I know the answer to this, but here we go. Y'all can talk about Anthony Brown all y'all want to. Anthony Brown had a solid year last year. Okay, he does. But we did draft Boss Man Fat in the second round last year. He should be the starter this year. I'm not worried about that. I'll take my chances with Boss Man Fat. Okay, I like it. I like Diggs on one side and Fat on the other side. I got that. But here's my question. What are you doing with Anthony Brown now? If that's the case. I don't have no problem with saying that he will be the starter this year. Boss Man Fat. I have no problem with that. I believe he will be. Day one. I believe he will be. But here's the dilemma. Okay. The battle then is between Jordan Lewis and Anthony Brown. One of them, if you keep him, will be your fourth corner. There's nowhere in the world I'm letting Jordan Lewis be my fourth corner. And let me throw this in. There's no way that I'm letting Anthony Brown be my fourth corner. Okay? Keep in mind, Nashawn Wright, it's time for him to go ahead and step it up. I just can't see them letting Anthony Brown, a day one starter last year, all of a sudden drop to being the fourth corner. Or Jordan Lewis. I'm cool with Anthony Brown being our third corner. Watch this. But will Anthony Brown be comfortable with being the third corner? I don't think so. I don't think so. So my question is this. I truly believe Boss Man Fat, Kelvin Joseph, will be our starter next year. I believe that. What are you going to do with Brown? Or Jordan Lewis? Pick your choice. Gary already on first one on the list. Well, he's not first, but he said you can cut Brown. I'm sorry, I saw you comment, JD. He still talking about Davis. He said the question is, does he think that Jordan Davis is a 3-down player? He has a hell of a motor, but if he slips to 24 because the other teams didn't believe he's a 3-down player, and some team will get a steal if he drops like that. Oh, no doubt. Rakeem said that's his role. He gets smoked on the outside. Now, let's be fair. Let's be fair with Anthony Brown. The Tampa Bay game, he got destroyed. The Raider game, he got destroyed. That was the only two to me. Okay? He didn't get ate alive like we like to think now. He was a solid quarterback last year. Now, if y'all really start breaking them down, you'll discover that he was a very solid starting quarterback last year. He was. I ain't saying I liked him. I ain't saying I remember all the years before he was getting destroyed. But last year, he had a solid year last year. At one point, for a long period of time, he had a better pro football focus. Those that like pro football focus, he had a higher grade than Mr. Lord Have Mercy did for almost the whole year. Yes, he did. He was graded higher than Diggs, even with all those picks. Anthony Brown was for just about the whole year was graded higher than Diggs. We all know Diggs was first team All-Pro last year. I'm just saying, when you really break it down, Anthony Brown wasn't no trash now. He had a couple trashy games, but he was not trash last year. And he deserves to start, to be honest with you, if it was me. And I love Jordan Lewis because he's a playmaker. But Anthony Brown didn't do anything to lose his job last year. I believe boss man Fat getting sick and missing all that time. That's the only thing that kept him out, kept Anthony Brown there. But Anthony Brown was solid last year. Okay. I that's my question. If he starts, what are you gonna do with either Anthony Brown or Jordan Lewis? Because one of them will have to be the fourth corner. Because both of them are better than Nashawn Wright. Okay? So somebody has got to be the fourth corner, and they're too good to be fourth corners. Are we trading one of them? I heard Gary say earlier, we just cut him. Just cut Brown. I think you can trade and get something for him. Not no, gigantic pick, but you can at least get a fifth between the 5 and the 5th and the 7th round pick for Anthony Brown. At least a 6 or 7, whichever way you want to go with it. You can get something for that, but they're too good to be 3rd and 4th corners. That's what I'm thinking. That's me. What y'all think? Let me see. Kay says Brown could be the best bang for your buck, a veteran cornerback in the league, and people will want him gone. I agree. Can we all agree that Anthony Brown, no matter what if you like him or not, can we all agree that Anthony Brown has some value? Yeah, he does. Yeah, he does. He has value. Jordan Lewis may not. Let's put it this way. He would have more value than Jordan Lewis would right now. He does. I'm just wondering because with boss man Fat Stars, this is what we're getting ready to see. I agree. He said, no, sir. Lewis helped win some games for us. He did. Blitzing and I never will forget his best game as a Cowboy was that game against New Orleans, where he locked down the running back. Dang, my brain just lost. Goodness. What's the kid name? What's the kid name from New Orleans, the running back? The real shifter. Lord, my brain is just dead all of a sudden. I know it's time for me to get off. I'm tired. What's the guy from Kamara? Alvin Kamara, I'm sorry. If y'all remember that game, I mean, he just locked in on Kamara and shut him down. I remember that. Anthony Brown is good. Coach says training camp is the only way to tell who they trade and keep them now. I believe that's going to be a real slight issue. Mm-hmm. Gary brings up a true point. He said, I saw him getting demolished by AB. We luckily, nobody else went at him all game. He's good when the receivers covering isn't that great. Uh-huh. Y'all remember that game? You remember that, Rakeem? Jordan Lewis, he locked down Kamara and took away pitch for us this year. Uh-huh. Kay says that I'm not giving away Brown for a 6. The man's contract is cheap and he can play. I agree. I was just throwing something out there on that Kay. I think he's worth more than that if we would try to trade him. Because for a lot of teams, he would start immediately. Anthony Brown would. So that right there is your value. He would start for a lot of teams. Said Brown didn't have a bad game against Raiders. Lewis was horrible. I remember a lot of pass interference calls he got in that thing that old, later in that game. I think he had about two in one drive, big drive or something like that. I think I'm right about that, Coach. I think I am. The Tampa game, he was flat out destroyed. I remember that. That was the first game of the year. Antonio Brown ate him alive. Big play after big play. But that's, in a 17-week season, if all I could throw out is one or two games, that's pretty good. Brown needs to be our new standard. Just keep the man around for a decent price. I wouldn't have no problem with it. I'm just saying that means Jordan, if you go like that, Jordan would be your fourth cornerback, and I don't think Jordan Lewis would be too happy with that. I think he's way better than the fourth corner. I mean, let's just be honest. If Jordan Lewis was taller, we wouldn't be talking about a number 2 player. Jordan Lewis would be our number 2 corner if he would just had maybe another 2-3 inches on him. That's the only thing that's kept him from being a starter. Playmaking is not a question when it comes to Jordan Lewis. Being in the right places, that's not a question for Jordan Lewis. On his man, not a lot of separation. That's Jordan Lewis. His only problem has been his height. That's it. Okay? So I don't know about that. I was just throwing it out there because I don't think a lot of people have talked about that. Question called, Lewis gave us 6 catches for 140 yards. Yeah, that's true. Coach is right on that. I remember that. That was just a bad game all around for us. It's that Raider game. It was just a bad, horrible game. That was the Thanksgiving game, if y'all remember that. Oh, well, now, Gary, you talking my language because, as you guys know, I'm a University of Michigan fan. So, of course, that's where Jordan Lewis came from. He was a first-team All-American cornerback in Michigan. Dominant football player. Dominant cornerback. And he had the skills that translate to it. Everybody always just said he was short. And they never gave him a chance to play corner. You got to keep in mind we had Cheeto, Uzier, we had Anthony Brown, and they never gave the job up to, or really gave it to Jordan Lewis. They kept Jordan at a third corner. That's all they did. All right, y'all. Enough with me talking. We're going to get this party started now. Oh, I know this will get good. Kay said, I want a 4th. My goodness, kid. Woo. He said, ooh, Kay, look out. Good God. Kay says, I want a 4th for Anthony Brown. He was drafted in the 6th. And I played that draft position. Good God. Could we really get a 4th for Brown? Woo. Yeah. You think he got that much value, Kay? God. That's a big one there, Doc. And Rakeem said Andy Brown calls us the Raider game last year. That's what I remember.
+1 803 960 3584.
All right, the phone line is open. I done enough talking. I think I got it.
Coach Ma.
Yes, sir. Our coach is here.
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail.
All right. I knew he was coming. Ladies and gentlemen.
What's up, Big Show, man?
What's up, Coach? Man, look, I'm just trying to make the team better, Coach. That's all I'm trying to do.
Hey, man, we got Cowboy fans, man. We got to keep pushing this bottle, wagging the thing, man.
Yeah.
Just like I was posting on that, man. He fixes a couple of positions, man, and he improves your young players at linebacker. I would just love to see how he'll make Parsons and Cox grow, where they can be able to flow and have that experience, man, and that would help this team not just this year, but if he doesn't play them for 1 year, that experience will go on for us for many years after that. That doesn't say you don't need to still draft a linebacker maybe in the 5th round since you got all those 5th round picks. But still, the Cowboys, you're paying for linebacker experience and to help you with possibly being more of a Swift Army knife.
Yeah.
So $11 million is a deal.
Yeah, that's a steal. That's a steal,
for all that.
Yeah, he's a steal.
And if you want to spread it out, give him a 3-year contract and guarantee him 15, and give him a $15 million. Give him $12 million up front with a signing bonus money. He get his money. If you don't like him, you can cut bait with him next year and be all right.
I'm gonna stick with your first talking point, Coach. I mean, you don't grow guys like him on trees. This dude, 1 year with him in that locker room may give a lifetime of true linebacker play for the next 10 years to a guy like Michael Parsons. You can soak up everything from this dude who knows the game, who gonna walk straight to the Hall of Fame. I'm with you on this 100%. He can make up for a lot of areas. I agree.
Yeah, and he would be a great. Like I said, with this team needs some championship experience.
Yeah.
But I got one other thing, Big Show. I do have to push back about the guard position.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
I'm comfortable if you look around the league, rookie offensive linemen are starting all around the league. Okay. I'm not too uncomfortable if the guy can play. But we need power at that guard position. I believe you can anchor some power around the center, Tyler Biadasz. Mm-hmm. He would be much better. But you can't. Football is one thing. If you got a guy in the middle of the center that doesn't play with power well, you cannot give him a guard on his either one of his sides that don't play with power well, because you magnify his deficiencies. Mm-hmm. So anchor him with 2 monsters right beside him, and that way you can keep the pressure off of Dak in the middle. Because you got to understand, you got a quarterback that's still coming off an ankle playing. The main thing with him is that maybe that 6 inches or 1 yard in the pocket where he can step up, where he doesn't have to feel people around his feet. Mm-hmm. And that's a very important thing. And then you're going to anchor him with some veteran offensive linemen around there, so a rookie can probably come in and plug and play. But if you don't, and getting back to Wagner, if you don't handle the linebacker somewhere with something, if you don't get Wagner, you got to get a starting veteran linebacker in here, because you're going to be hurting that linebacker. Last year, people just don't. I know the big guy from Georgia is out there. He may be out there, but our run defense wasn't bad because our defensive line play. Look at these guys. These guys are coming on, and these guys are young. I will tell you this. Osa is a young Michael Bennett.
I like the comparison.
He's a young Michael Bennett. If you look at how he plays, mm-hmm. you see Michael Bennett written all over. And people that might not know about Michael Bennett did have a cup of coffee in Dallas, but at the end of his career. Mm-hmm. But he was a all-pro guy with Dan Quinn in Seattle. Mm-hmm. All-pro, not just Pro Bowl. Mm-hmm. All-pro guy. Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
And you're building off that, and you're building off. And Tristan Hill did not play bad.
No,
he just, you're talking about Osa was out Gallimore was out 10 games. Mm-hmm. Tristan Hill was out 7, 8 games.
Yeah.
So you have a good nucleus in the middle. You just have to get some linebackers in there that's going to really play. And I'm saying Parsons is I'm not including Parsons, but every great linebacker needs a running mate. And if his running mate is a young Cox who I think is better on the outside, if his running mate is an LVE, we're in trouble.
Well, you're in trouble because you can't depend on him. Because you can't depend on him because you know he's going to get hurt.
It's not the injuries. It's not the injuries, man. It's not the injuries because let's look at this, and I'm going to say this, and I know I don't want to pick up time, but let's get on the LVE thing. It's not the injuries. Everybody in the league sees the value of LVE and sees a guy that's 6'4", 245 pounds that's soft.
Soft as cotton.
Because if he had value, right? There's no way in the world a former first-round draft pick would take a contract less than $3 million to stay in Dallas on a one-year deal. Because last year was his prove-it deal, and you have a better defense. So if you didn't prove it then, you played all the games. You think you're going to prove it now?
Don't look good.
He would be out of the NFL. I'm going to say he would be out of the NFL, but he would be just getting a minimum wage contract to come into training camp, because one thing you cannot fix in football, you can't fix soft.
Exactly. If it's not in you, it's just not in you.
You can't fix that.
I like that.
Big Show, keep doing what you're doing, man.
Appreciate you, Coach.
And keep pushing the word. Hopefully the Cowboys make a big move. Jared makes a big move and do a via splash move. $11 million ain't too far out the ballpark.
No.
But it ain't going to be Stephen Jones going to make that call. It's got to be Jerry.
Exactly. I appreciate you, Coach. Thank you for calling in always, man.
All right, my man.
Thank you. That's the one and only Coach Marvin Price, a supporter of this podcast. Value his input always. He knows the game, obviously. And I try to keep many knowledgeable people around. I mean, there's plenty of them right here in this group here, in this chat box, and know the game well. Call line is open again for you guys who want to call in. I got a little bit more time. 901. You see it on the screen. There's a ticker for you. 901-654-6853. It's open right now. You can call in if you're on Podbean. All you have to do is push that phone button there, and it'll dial you in as well. If you're on Podbean, all you have to do is dial in there. All you have to do is dial it in. D-Mac, I see you just popped in. What's going on? Thanks for popping in. If they want to call in and come against, I don't think it's a wrong answer here. It's just people have different ways of trying to figure out how to build a football team. And nobody's wrong, nobody's right. It's just a way that we just trying to find some solution. D-Mac say, what's the question? Well, the question is, what's next? And what do you think? I don't know if you're a football fan or Cowboy fan. Is what do you think the Cowboys need to do with the roster that is presently constructed? We'll see what's going on there. All right, I got another one coming in. I got my brother done called in.
Awesome.
Here.
Our brother done called in.
To accept, press 1.
There he is. My brother is in the house. Ladies and gentlemen, my guy, the one and only Gary Atkinson is in the house. Come on, talk to me, my brother. Here we go.
What's going on, Bishop?
What up, man? What's going on?
I don't agree with a lot of what Coach is saying.
Okay.
A lot of it was right on point. I see how they feel about the guys on the line. I saw them coming along and played a lot better down the stretch. But at the same time, we didn't have a bad run defense because the teams that didn't run the ball on us, we were blowing them out. So they had to pass the ball. But like you said, Denver exposed us. We still saw it up the middle.
Yep.
So you don't pass up on no Jordan Davis.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This guy ran a 4.740. He had like a top 5 all-time 10-yard speed. But you can get pass rush out of that, even if it's just speed to power. That's major explosiveness for a guy to weigh 320 plus.
No doubt about it.
You got Wyatt Davis.
I think
Davis was what?
Go ahead.
he was a couple tenths of a second 10-yard split off of Aaron Donald.
Yeah.
And he's 300 pounds plus. He
Uh-huh.
played 3 downs.
Oh.
And dude got pass rush moves galore. So you're going to get the pressure up the middle that we're missing. I know we got Hill, we got Gallimore, we got Osa. No, obviously we're going to keep Osa. I like Gallimore more than I like Hill. Try to move Hill. But you get the pressure up the middle.
Yeah.
Every quarterback in the league tells you that's where he doesn't want pressure more than anywhere else. He can deal with it coming from the outside. He can move.
Yeah.
But pressure coming up the middle, that makes it hard on the yard.
Well, let's just look at Jordan Davis he's just different. I mean, give me the measurables on him again, Gary. What is he, 6'7"? What is he? 6'6".
6'6" and like 3/4.
What's his weight again? 70?
He is 332, 335, something like that.
All right. And what he run? A 4.7? All right. He can plug the middle. That's one thing he can do. Then he can get out of the quarterback. He's just not a plugger. He's just a different guy. I see who that is that's calling me. I'm just trying to be fair to my brother on here. Whoever that is, call me. Just give me a second. I'm gonna open it up and I promise you I'll open it up for you again. But this dude can run sideline to sideline. He can plug the middle, and then he is a pass rusher in his own right. It ain't too many guys that been like him. And if you look at the game film, most importantly, at least at Georgia, he's a pure dog. No question about it. He got a mean streak. He will knock your head off. There's not too many negatives about him. So if we pick him up, if he's there, he's just, it ain't gonna hurt us. That's for sure. It's just that
that's the holy grail one take you're looking for.
Yeah,
3 down, 1 take,
which is what we've been looking for the last 8-9 years. However, my pushback to you, Gary, is I will agree with what Coach said earlier. I think they like them all. I know they like Watkins because they just signed him. Okay, I know they like Osei and Gallimore and Hill, and the only question mark that I feel like they have is Bohannon. And I know they like Bohannon, but I'm just saying he's really on the question. Everybody else, they never gave up on Tristan Hill. I know they love Gallimore. I know they love Osei. And I know they love Watkins because they just paid him. That's 4 right there. You throw in
get the best players and they make it work.
Yeah.
I mean, if we like our cornerback room, right?
Yeah.
But if Jalen Ramsey was in the draft right now and he fell to us, did you pass on him?
No way. No way.
Exactly.
No way.
Exactly my point.
Yeah.
No matter who you have when you got a guy that's a true game changer.
Yeah.
You take him.
Yeah. I agree.
Same thing with Kobe Dean.
Uh-huh.
You take Dean if he falls.
Yeah. Exactly.
That man covers slot receiver.
Ain't no doubt about it. Oh, he's different. He's another different type dude. No doubt about that. See, we calling our guys, ladies and gentlemen, that you won't be mad at if you get them. I mean, let's just be honest. It don't make your defense better if you get one of these two guys we talking about, Dean and Davis. It only helps your team out and becomes better. I agree with you, Gary. Let me get this.
Nick Bolton.
Yeah. No doubt about it.
Bolton 2.0.
Exactly. That will make your team a whole lot better than what it is. Brother, I appreciate you, man. You got always free reign to come in. I need to put you on the show anyway as a guest so we can chop it up again like we always do. Thank you, Gary.
All right, appreciate it.
I do. All right, whoever that was calling me from Georgia, go ahead and open it up now. It's open for you. I want to be fair. Go ahead, whoever that is that called from Georgia. I don't know who it is. Hey, Jeffrey. Chris Wilson is on here. Jeffrey, draft a quarterback and prepare for Dax Izzy within the next few years. We got a long way to go before they draft another quarterback, Jeffrey. A quarterback that would, be a threat to the position. That's a long way off. They're committed to Dax, so that ain't gonna happen. There it is. All right.
Call from. To accept, press 1.
I don't know who this is, but hey, whoa. Turn your phone down or wherever it is. Turn your phone down for me if you don't mind. How you doing? Who is this?
Better.
Yes, sir. Who is this?
This is Jay Cowboy Jay.
Okay, what's up, Jay?
What's going on, man? I see you. Your show is progressing, man. Yeah, I wanted to keep up the good work.
Man, I appreciate you. Thank you for the compliment. We just talking Cowboys. We just having fun. Let the chips fall where they lay.
Man, listen, I would love to draft some of my Georgia Bulldogs.
Yes, sir.
Get them down there.
Yes,
I
sir.
would take the linebackers. I would take Quay Walker. I would take the defensive end.
Yeah.
What's the big one?
Jordan Davis.
I take Jordan Davis. It's another one too. He's like 6'5", 280 pounds.
Oh yeah.
Move.
Yeah. The other defensive tackle that was there. Uh-huh.
Right.
I know you're talking about
not Devontae Wyatt, but I think Trim or something. I can't think of it. They got funny names. But yeah, man, I think we got to go ahead and build this defense up.
Yeah.
And don't even play around with it.
Yeah.
Whatever we can get on the offense as time goes, we can keep it. But if you remember, before they rebuilt the offensive line, we stumbled upon David Irvin. And then we had Randy Gregory, we had D-Law. Yeah. That thing was dominating.
Yes, sir.
That defensive line was dominant.
Yes, sir.
And the linebackers were flowing. I think once we go back to getting that dominant defensive front, and that's the key in the NFL, a dominant defensive line that can take the ball away and give you a short field of drive and a dominant running game. Any team you play like that gonna always be hell on wheels.
Oh yeah.
With that defense that can snatch the ball away with Diggs back there. I mean, Dallas ain't out of this thing. They ain't out of it by any means.
Well, I'm a firm believer. I'm a firm believer this, and you really are echoing a lot of stuff that I've said over the last few weeks. See, I believe that if we can get to be a top 10 to 12 defense in the league, and let's just say, for instance, I don't believe we'll be the number one offense in the league like we've been, but I don't think we're going to be the 23rd offense either. So my thinking is this.
Well, we don't have to be the number one offense. We just need to be the number one red zone.
Well, but check it out. I believe if you got a top 10 offense and you got somewhat of a top 10 defense, you're going to win a whole lot of football games. That's what I'm thinking. I don't think you have to be I don't think you have to be the number one offense. I agree with you 100%, and that was a powerful statement, whether you know it or not, when you said that we could be one of the top red zone offenses in the league. Then, brother, we're gonna win a lot of football games if my defense is what I think it can be.
We can give our defense, we can give our offense the short field.
Yeah,
right around the 50-yard line. The average start of the field position at around the 50.
Yeah.
That's a short drive. That's right in field goal range. If we can give that ball right up in there, that'll take a load off on Kellen Moore, a load off of everybody, because you're not having to congregate. Not congregate. You haven't had to orchestrate a 60, 90, 80-yard drive.
Yeah,
that's a lot.
That's a lot, Doc.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
You asking for trouble to do that. Yeah, the number's gonna look good. The receiver's gonna get 1,000 yards, but I don't want all that.
Yeah.
I want to get 3 touchdowns the first half, 21. We need 21 points for the board at halftime, and go out and let that defense hang his hat and pin his ears back and turn Michael Parsons loose.
Yeah.
And let Diggs sit on that back end back there.
Yeah.
And get that ball.
Yeah, and Boss Man gonna have something to say too about that too. I can tell you that right now. He gonna surprise a lot of people.
Cox gonna be back.
Yeah,
yeah.
They're gonna be super.
Yeah,
they're gonna be super fast.
I think Lee Hooker is gonna be better this year.
Yeah, they're gonna be super fast. I believe that they're gonna be super fast. And I'm telling you, I expect them to be a borderline top 10 defense next year. I really feel like that can happen. I really do.
Win championships, offense sells tickets.
I agree, man. Listen, man, appreciate you, Cowboy, for popping in on me, man.
I appreciate you.
And come on back and come hang with me, man. We chop it up whenever you want.
You know, I come on back and hang in the comments with you all night long.
I ain't got no problem. Appreciate you, brother.
All right.
Thank you. All right. It's almost ending time. Listen, y'all some smart people. Y'all some smart folks, man. I wish they look. We just need to I need to just get this link, send it to the Cowboys until somebody watch this. Because I'm talking to some very smart people here, and I'm quite sure some of the stuff we're saying has been discussed in the walls of the Star up there in Frisco, Texas. I believe that. Coach says we've never won a Super Bowl, played in the Super Bowl without a top defense and a top 5 running game. Look it up. That's history. I believe that. Yeah. I think that can happen. If you remember what I said, I think that I don't think we'll be as explosive on offense. I think we still can be effective. We just won't be as explosive. That's what I'm thinking. And I believe, like I said, there are ways that you can be an effective, grinded, punish you type offense. It just depends on what the philosophy is. And that's, of course, what Kellen Moore comes into play. But I don't even want to get depressed tonight by talking about Kellen Moore tonight. I may save that for later on because he has to change the way that he calls offense. He just got to. This right now, as we stand, demands that this offense becomes a grinded out, beat you up type offense with a defense that is just starting to smolder people. Just almost choke the life out of them on defense. That's where I think where we really at right now. I just don't see the explosion, and they just gonna have to show me that is the case. I believe that we really need to run the football, something that Kellen Moore is allergic to. And that would be a total different from the way he calls plays. I don't see that in him. That's why I say our defense has got to be the calling card this year. And the way you do that is go ahead and strengthen it up. And what I done read up in here in this comment and the call-ins is that most of it has been directed toward the defense and making it better and strengthening that. I believe we all agree that that's the way that we're really going to be really effective next year. And so I'm all saying, let's stack up the defense. I'm like the NBA. Let's buy a team. I ain't saying we got to spend all our money on that, but we can get a couple difference makers that will make this defense, immediately better just by them signing that. You get them Bobby Wagner on this team, my God, you just got better. No doubt about that. You just got very better. I mean, in some kind of way that we could draft that kid from Georgia, it's Dane. Your defense just got better. Your defense just got better if you sign him. No question about that. And even though I got a few people that don't like it, but you give me a Jordan Davis there, even though we like what we have. You give me a Jordan Davis there, you just got better. You ain't got raggedy. You just got better. We need to be bully ball. Coach Price done put out, say, give me to Davion Clowney and Bobby Wagner. And he said, we're going to the Super Bowl. That I know one thing. You get a Davion Clowney and a Bobby Wagner, you just got a whole lot better real quick. That's tonight's show, ladies and gentlemen. Listen, I appreciate everybody. You guys made the show tonight. I'll just comment on what y'all say because I don't have all the answers. That's why I love my family coming in here. I appreciate everybody. Coach Price, JD, my guy Cade McDonald, Cowboy came in and talked to me. Cowboy, Georgia came in. Rakeem, appreciate you, man. My brother Gary Atkinson, appreciate all of you guys, man. Jeffrey Murray, all you guys that popped in and just hung with me for a while. Appreciate all y'all. Listen, if you don't mind, as we get ready to close it out, I will be with you guys on Saturday. Unless something crazy happens, I might pop a video in every night and just keep everything going. Because Cowboys never let you down. There's something to talk about every day. So I appreciate you guys. I will be live on Saturday. I may do some little video during the week and pop that on. I won't be live then. I'll just do a little pre-recording. You guys can comment on it. But if something go down or something go crazy, y'all know I'm coming. I'm coming live. And we'll talk about, what's going on. Listen, if you want to support the podcast, there it is for you. See it on the ticker. There, all those are ways you can help the show. If you know all my handles on Twitter, YouTube, Twitch, and if you want to subscribe for a monthly donation, there it is. The Big Time Show 3.supercast.tech. The Big Time Show 3.supercast.tech. If you're on Podbean, it's easy. You can push that red reward bag that you see and press that and make a donation, a monthly donation to the show, whatever it is. I would, I appreciate you. It's not my primary source of income, but it's not a big issue. I just appreciate anybody that will support the podcast in that fashion. I'll be with you guys on Saturday at 3:00 Central Time. Go ahead, and if you're not following me, go ahead and follow the show. I would love for you guys to help me out on my YouTube channel. If you're not following me on YouTube, it would be nice if you would. There it is, YouTube, the Big Time Show, trying to build up that channel. I'm trying to get to my first 100 subscribers. I believe I'm right at 78 or 79. I've never really pushed it, but I'm doing it now. I'm trying to get to 100. You guys can help me out on that just by subscribing to it. Turn on the notification and like it, and you can watch me there live as well. I'm live everywhere now, on Twitter, and I'm live on Twitch now. I'm live on, of course, Facebook and YouTube as well, where you can actually see me. Podbean, my first home of the podcast, that's a voice thing, and also I'm connected there through iHeartRadio and everything else, and Pandora. But we trying to promote the show, man. We trying to get there, y'all. All right. I'm out of here. I appreciate you guys hanging with me. This is, without a doubt, you know what it is, right? Put your hands together, y'all. This is the Big Time, show.